Hello, Sporting Bet customers. Just before I get the car and head towards somewhere in the north of England for a little break, looking for the cold, hence this big jumper, I thought I'll send you a half-term, half-season report from this part of the world. I'll start where I finished, really, which was the game at White Hart Lane last night. Spurs-Chelsea. What a great game for many reasons. The first 20 minutes of Spurs were fantastic, and then something happened. It more or less coincided with Chelsea scoring the 1-1 goal, one that kind of affected the mental strength of Spurs. Also, with 1-0, Spurs, instead of keeping going and attacking down the flanks, fullbacks stayed back. Again, perhaps a suggestion that mentally they were either, blocked by their own goal or scared of conceding. In any case, it wasn't the same as Spurs after 20 minutes, and Chelsea did something which was wonderful to see, and even Villas-Boas mentioned it, of course, in his press conference. The game was played at 120% or 120 miles per hour, even better. But the accuracy in the passing and the movement, the constant movement, everybody wanted the ball. It was wonderful to see. You can see Chelsea on the way up. You can see the potential of Spurs, no doubt. I was surprised by the decision of Harry Redknapp to actually put a second forward in the second half because of the injury of Van der Vaart. Because if one of the keys of that first half was actually that Spurs managed to control the midfield, they were in superiority all the time, and Chelsea didn't know what to do. They could have done things, I suppose, in the second half if they had to change that. But Spurs had the upper hand while they had control of the midfield. Yes, there was lots of passing, and I guess the Spurs fans wanted more finishing, not just passing. But that passing is what allows you, if you're clever enough and patient enough, to find the gaps to kill the opponent. Instead, with the second forward, what we saw was basically long balls and direct football from Spurs. Bale looks amazing, and I think he's going to be the star of the season. No Silva, no Mata, whoever you want to name, it's going to be Bale. I think he's going to have a fantastic second half of the season. Same as Spurs, that will fight for top four. They probably will make it. Alongside Chelsea, I can see how this Chelsea are going to get closer to the top. Manchester City have got one thing in their favour, which is now they put so much fear into the opponents that they almost give the 3 points to Manchester City before the game starts. That has happened for many years against Manchester United and the Chelsea of Jose Mourinho, for instance. Well, it's happening with Manchester City. I can see the opponents just don't oppose much. They just defend deep, and if you defend deep, eventually the forwards of Manchester City are going to kill you. So they're still favourites, obviously, to win the league. This Manchester United, which is not a great Manchester United, they still manage to compete and be at the top. If they get a midfielder of quality, well, they will have obviously a chance to win the championship. With Chelsea, it's quite clear they're going to get a centre back. I've got the impression that, as everybody is saying, Gary Cahill can be the man. He's got a good technical ability for what Villas-Boas wants to do at the back. He's strong, he's fast enough for a centre back, so he's got all the qualities, and they're basically weak in that position. So they reinforce that. They allow Torres to play as number 9 for the whole of January. Let's see if he can make it. This is going to be absolutely crucial for his future, not just for this season, but for his career. I trust that we're going to see a very good Fernando Torres, because he's going to play minutes, and that's going to give goals to Chelsea, and that's going to keep them in the top 4. As we saying with Spurs, affected by the goal of Chelsea, affected by their own goal as well in the 1-1 draw yesterday at White Hart Lane. It suggests that perhaps there's not such a depth squad as people are talking about. Perhaps the people coming from the bench do not make that much of a difference. And of course they've got lots of injuries now with Defoe, with Van der Vaart, with Kabul, etc. It just with Lennon, it's gonna affect them. They need the close future and the points that they will be getting or not getting in the next few days and games around Christmas. But I still think they're gonna be top 4, or fighting certainly for top 4. Outside that, well, it's the rest, isn't it? Liverpool without Luis Suarez. I can tell you that within the club people are obviously affected by it, and if the decision doesn't get overruled, if actually he's going to be missing so many games, then what you have is a how do you say, toothless attack of Liverpool who have been doing strange things, going from a team that attacks and the wins to another one that wants to control. I'm not exactly sure what Dalglish wants to do with the side, but they have enough quality to be certainly fighting for top four, and they will be there. I just don't think they have the strength, especially of front, but the balanced strength of both Chelsea and Spurs. But we'll see. And I hope to see Everton further up the table. I can see what David Moyes is doing with not much money, and I like David Moyes. There was obviously the rumours that Atletico Madrid wanted him, but it will be Simeone if they reach an agreement, former player of Atletico Madrid. There was no contacts between David Moyes representatives and Atletico Madrid. Basically, Atletico Madrid did not call in the door of David Moyes, but it'll get to a point where foreign clubs will be looking at him because they've seen what he's doing, and probably he doesn't see what the next step is in England, so why not go abroad? That is, of course, if Everton do not find money and they block his ambitions. At the moment he seems to be happy, but it looks like I like to see him abroad. I like to see him given a chance, and I know that at some point he was approached by Wolfsburg the year that they won the league, and he decided to stay at Everton, but I wonder if that's always going to be the case. And what else? I thought that Wigan has been doing really well in the last month. You've got in Roberto Martinez a manager that believes in what he's doing, makes everybody believe in what he's doing, and that obviously is one of the important part. I think they will need to get one or two players in the transfer window to be sure of not being relegated. And at the end of the summer, let's see, will be one of the situations to discuss. Will Roberto Martinez stay at Wigan? Will it be a chance to move on to a bigger club? I think it will be a chance to move on to a bigger club, in which case there will be a decision to take. That's about it. Let's see how it goes in La Liga, of course, with Real Madrid. As we've said now for a while, they don't need to beat Barcelona to actually win La Liga, which suggests that in my eyes they are favourites to win La Liga, because Barcelona, best team in the world with the best player in the world, but after 3 years at the top, and I'm not doubting at all the commitment, but what I'm saying is after 3 years at the top, and that consistency sometimes suffers, is natural. So I just wonder if they will drop 1 or 2 points, and that's all you need for Real Madrid to take advantage. Of course, they are top of the table with 3 points ahead of Barcelona. But if it's a shorter competition, a competition that requires the highest level, say the Champions League for instance, well, then you have to give Barcelona the favourites. Interestingly enough, in the Cup, in the Spanish Cup, for those of you Sporting Bet customers that want to bet on the Spanish Cup, Barcelona and Real Madrid may meet in the quarterfinals. And I tell you who will be a favourite to actually make it to the final, because it's got a relatively easy draw. Yes, my Español. Because they're going to meet Córdoba, and then after Córdoba they will meet the winner of Mirandés from Second B, Racing, possible, and then it could be perhaps Real Sociedad or Athletic Bilbao in the semi-finals, possible, and then a final against either Barcelona or Real Madrid. Well, then anything can happen. How about a final Espanyol-Barcelona? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Anyway, we'll talk much more on that at the turn of the year next year. I hope to see you here. I hope I haven't bored you for too long, and Merry Christmas to everybody, Sporting Bet customers. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.